Hello, hello, hello. Another impromptu video while I'm at work. I had a interesting walk here and had some thoughts about happiness I thought I'd like to share. More specifically, trust, the lack of or the ability to. So, outside of the simple things that I think everyone should try and do first, if you're looking for happiness, which are improve your diet, exercise a couple times a week for 20 minutes or so, get some cardio in there, meditate a couple times a week, 10, 15 minutes. These are all things that can really up your baseline of contentment, comfortability, enjoyment. But when those things are no longer enough, or they just don't do it for you, or you're already doing them, so to say, then sometimes it's really important to look deeper into other aspects of life. And trust is something that's really important. It's not something that you can force yourself to do. And just to let you know now, you don't have to trust if you don't want to. But people who trust, whether it's trusting in the medical field, the ability for the medical field to be there in case they injure themselves, or the science field, being able to trust in being able to feel safe in a house that won't burn down, has fire alarms, and is built right. For some people, it's trust in a family that's there that they can depend on in an emergency, or friends that can provide that. Some people trust in God, a mysterious thing that for a lot of people they can't really point to, but yet they have faith in something greater than themselves, something there that makes it worth living for. And all these things, all these elements of trust, I think allow us as people to take some of the weight off our shoulders of being a vulnerable organism, because there's a lot to deal with, there's a lot that we confront, and being able to trust in something can be a relief, can just add I can just take some of the weight of whatever that stress is off our shoulders. And like I said, I can't say how you trust, but I think just hearing about how trust is important can maybe help open up the ability to trust, or to be okay with trusting. Because life is big. Life is really big. And whether we know it or not, we're trusting in a lot of ways. We trust that the food we buy from stores is not going to be filled with stuff that kills us, or is fresh and doesn't have anything that may make us sick. We trust in the buildings we live in, that they're safe, they're not gonna come toppling down. We trust that drivers on the other road are gonna follow the rules of the lanes and not just zoom over and crash into us. And there's just a lot of little things we just trust. And unfortunately, in life, things happen that we didn't expect, that we put our trust in, and then we find ourselves feeling closed off or distrusting. And in that distrust, we disconnect from our heart, if you will. I don't want to give it a name, but we disconnect in some way. We battle inside our own psyche about the thing that we no longer trust, or we blame the person internally, or we blame perhaps the other species, or the other sex. There's no other species that we really generally blame yet. The other sex for maybe you're a male and you got your heart broken by a woman, and now all women are just kind of sneaky, untrustworthy things, and you just have an aversion that you take out on them in some sort of way, whether it's small or large. You just don't like being too close to women because it triggers that distrust in the past, or maybe you had a abusive family member, whether it's a father or a mother, and then you get too close to another person, that trust of that sex comes up. Like you're just uncomfortable around men or uncomfortable around women. There's just many ways we've had our trust broken, and it's really important that we confront those. We confront it in some way. We recognize it at least. We address it. We give it space. We don't blame ourselves. We don't wrap all things into that blame, like, oh, all females are negative because they broke up with me, or all males are horrible because my dad was an asshole. All rich people are just selfish and materialistic and destroying the world because there's a couple out there. There's just many things that close us off to ourselves, close us off to other people, life, because of trust. Broken trust. And for those of you who maybe are hearing this and confronting some of this, but still there's this part of you that's like, I just don't think I could trust again. I just don't think I could trust in other people, in life itself. I've just been burnt too many times. And I'm sorry for that. But if that's what you firmly believe is 100% true, well then trust in that. Like fully let that in. Let that full trust in what you believe in be 100% true. And relax. Just relax. Because if you can't trust anybody and they're always gonna lead you astray and break your trust, and life's gonna just continue to be horrible as you see it, and it's never gonna change, it's always gonna be that way, well then it's always gonna be that way. It's never gonna change. It's 100% true. Trust in yourself. Trust, let that fully in. And relax, because it's 100% true. It's 100% not gonna change. And that's okay. You can relax in that. If you can't change something, there's no reason to fight it, to be mad about it. Especially around these things, because sometimes when we can't trust and we have this attitude, we're on the fence with it. We're like, I can't trust, and then we feel sorry for ourselves. We can't trust, and then we feel like there's something wrong with us because we're told we should trust and we have to trust, and trust is a good thing, and if we can't trust, there's something wrong with us. No, if your truth is you can't trust and you're never going to trust, then just let it be true. And don't begrudgingly hold it. And don't blame yourself. Don't blame other people because of that. Just be like, yeah, my life's never going to be the same. I can't trust anything. And relax, because it's not going to be any other way, right? Right? So relax and trust yourself on that. And maybe that will change, because life has a mysterious way of proving that everything seems to somehow change in some way, however small or big. Well, that's what I wanted to share, just about trust, trusting yourself, even if it means you can't trust, trusting others, trusting science, trusting the medical community, trusting life. And with that, I hope you have a good evening, day, afternoon, sleep. All right, take care.